There are over 350 cars at the Aurora. Fantastic, the world's finest cars, Andreas. You're going to help me find the finest ones.
Yes, exactly. Third time's the charm, one might say.
How do you do that?
It's an almost impossible task, but I think we'll succeed. There are some real gems here.
But before we start, how do you judge them? How do you find your gems? What is it that gets you excited about them?
It's the shapes, it's the history, it's the design, it's the engineering. There are so many different things you try to evaluate in your head when you're going to pick out a car in this way. In the end, it comes down to personal favorites. It's what makes the heart beat a little faster.
It's what you love most at the show. It is.
It's what I love
the most. And it's a car worth, guess maybe 2 billion or more. I don't know.
I can't even put a number on it, but it's several billions. Absolutely.
And they come from all over the world, right?
Yes. Where do they come from?
It's collectors from everywhere who have brought their...
We have cars arriving from the USA, from Dubai, and even from Australia, which is quite incredibly enough to fill our entire inventory. And of course, all of Europe and Sweden too.
But which year, which decade do most of them come from?
Most of the cars I would still say come from... Aurora is basically a double Concorde, you could say. We have the classic cars and we have the new cars, hypercars. So to speak, looking at the classic cars, I would say it's mainly the 60s. I would probably say that when I look behind me here, there are some pre-war cars. There are some slightly newer cars too. Then over here on the other side, we naturally have the newer cars.
Okay, now we're going yes.
Now we're going yes, but this is one of my absolute favorites. It's a Ferrari 250 GT short wheelbase Berlinetta. An incredibly classic, highly appreciated car. Colombo V12 engine, 3 liters. This particular example is in a wonderful, it is in truly magnificent condition. Totally restored. Everything is matching numbers. Everything checks out. Everything is fully documented and done by Ferrari themselves. So this is really, truly something quite special. It is somewhere I think that you really need to see for yourself.
These cars are a bit more elegant. I like that a bit more than these wide supercars.
Yes, for sure.
This strikes a chord with me, damn it. There was a yellow one here that it is terribly beautiful too.
Yes, really. The yellow one that is behind us now, which isn't here now, was an interim model. It was a transition model from 1959, and this is a car from 1960. The yellow car was also a long wheelbase, so it was 200 millimeters longer. You could tell because it had an extra side window that this short wheelbase car doesn't have.
These cars are worth some money too, right?
They are very valuable.
Roughly, can you guess? You shouldn't have that much money, but anyway.
No, exactly. It's a number of tens of millions. It really depends on the condition when it comes to these cars, history and so on. If they have raced, won, who has restored them, how well documented it is. But this particular car is, as I said, in absolute top condition. A total of 176 were built. The GT short wheelbase of the 250th model. They are not extremely rare, but they are definitely rarer than a Volvo B90 or...
I believe you. This one is so beautiful. I don't know how one could make a car more beautiful than this one.
We're looking at the classic 1960 Ferrari. A truly iconic machine. What a combination.
Good. Very good. Is it the finest car at the entire fair, do you think? Or the exhibition?
It's one of them.
One of them? Let's jump to the next.
It is one of them.
Then we'll check out the clothes too. Thanks. Where is the suit?
Of yours.
Yes, I have my Chinese YouTube friend, you know. What? Speedsters. We
have to stick to the European style.
Here. Yes, it's elegant. And you match this car though, maybe not quite.
Maybe not entirely period correct. So this is a Mercedes-Benz 500K from 1935. It was ordered new in Sweden by a guy named Baron Silverskiöld. So you can imagine what kind of big shot it must have been who drove around in one of these in 1935. Among the most extreme things you could buy at that time, straight 8-cylinder engine. That's why the hood is as long as it is. Because there are 8 cylinders in a row, and the K stands for compressor too. It's a very early supercharged. It's also a convertible.
And a low windshield. Barely 2 decimeters of windshield. It
is so wonderful with 30s cars. There are so many lovely details to look at. Look at these lights that you can turn around to light up the road in front of you. Look at these windshield wipers that are connected to...
With a built-in rear view mirror in this light.
It's elegant.
Is
elegant. Thought to be one of only 11 convertibles that actually still exist.
Wow.
An incredibly spectacular car with a fantastic history. Remember I said it, the history is important at an exhibition like this. Imagine Baron Silverskjold gliding around in this.
Is it worse than driving around in a Koenigsegg today? Or is it the same, perhaps?
No, but it might be comparable in some way.
Have you ever driven a 30s car? No, I actually haven't. I can imagine they are quite heavy and such. They require a chauffeur.
I honestly haven't trained hard enough yet to be able to properly handle all of this.
It is so beautiful. It showcases the engine so much.
This one is also a bit villainous. There's a bit of a Cruella de Vil vibe about a short coupe. These sweeping lines like this. And a huge long hood. Incredibly powerful.
It was back in the days when horses started to disappear and you wanted a big power source in front of you.
Yeah, that...
It really is so cool. Yes, it's just so beautiful. And honestly, what an absolutely stunning interior design.
This car was restored in the 90s, if I recall correctly. It's also in incredibly fine condition.
You have to say that.
Not over-restored like some tend to do, but still.
Here we have dual spare tires. Did they keep it like that in the 30s? Were there that many flat tires? Yeah, there were.
Such bad roads.
That's true. Maybe you didn't know the tires well.
Double backup.
Double backup?
It is highly recommended to perform a double backup of your important files.
Yes, so wonderful.
In absolutely every single way.
In manner. Okay, number 3 then. What
exactly is this thing, Adek? Are you sure about this?
This is a Swedish everyday car. You
might think so. You might think it's a completely normal Volvo P1800, but it is anything but a normal P1800.
I don't recognize it.
No, there is something that isn't quite right. The reason for that is that this is a concept car that was built by an Italian coach builder called Frua in Turin, Italy. So this is one of 3 concept cars that were built. It has a fascinating history. It was built in 1958 and disappeared in South America.
Nah.
Then it ended up in a barn in Sweden. It has been restored for 15 years and returned to its original condition. What an incredibly beautiful car. It really is a Volvo P1800, but yet it isn't.
What is a concept car really? In what way was this a concept car?
To show the design clearly, for instance.
It is one of the main design series, but these following ones are absolutely fantastic. They are so turbine-like and a bit American.
Yes, exactly. It's a design study, you could say. So it is an incredibly beautiful car. It is in incredible condition. And also this one with many lovely period typical details. Look at this rear view mirror mounted on the dashboard. It
is like when you have your phone nowadays.
Yes, exactly. They might have been very futuristic back in 1958. They
were, yes. A little bit of the Jetsons over the whole thing.
Yes, it really is. We really have to see it from the side too.
Take the opportunity to film it from the side. Yes, you
really have to see that it is a bit longer and a bit sleeker, especially with these wonderful, truly eye-catching design details. Wheels.
Yes, but the wheels really make everything even cooler. And these exhaust pipes that stick.
Out. Dual exhaust pipes. We have to come around to the back and film here, because it's truly incredibly beautiful. What do you think? 1958.
Isn't it a bit more American? It is actually much more reliable than a typical Swedish car is, honestly.
Yeah, no, it's...
But at the end of the day, it's still just an inline-4 engine in it, or so I would think.
Yes, exactly. This is the design study. Technically, this isn't the most impressive car. But who cares about that when it's as beautiful as it is?
Volvo and the Swedish flag and the 3 crowns. What details? Yes.
What details?
Volvo continues to make their coupes in Italy. Yes, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Some Bertone ones? Yes, absolutely.
And even you are a Volvo owner, I suppose. Yes, but Volvo and coupe now, even though it's significantly newer.
A bit newer and a bit more common than that one. Yes, yes. Not quite in as nice condition either, but anyway.
No, but really fun.
They go together. Yes, a fantastic choice. I love this one too. That was number 3. That
Was number 3.
Here we have something worth
2. Can you imagine? Another car from 1958, actually. This one also has very beautiful lines. And this one also has 2 doors. But that's perhaps where the similarities end. This is, after all, a BMW 507, a classic V8-powered BMW Roadster. Elvis is known for owning one of these. He is also known for his music. He's known for his music. It depends on what you're interested in.
He's a bit of a yank too, I suppose.
Yes, exactly. But
It makes for good taste then.
this particular car is exciting for a very specific reason, and that is that it was delivered to a very odd country. Can you guess which one? You get to guess.
Chance.
Not in Africa, but to Cuba.
Cuba.
1958.
I didn't think Africa was a country per se, but I thought Africa is big.
I have to admit, that was really just a bit of a broad guess on my part, honestly. It was still strategically correct. Strategically correct. So this is a Havana-delivered BMW 507. It is also in a wonderful
condition. It's been cruising around there in Cuba.
Can you imagine? The owner of this car was there and drove on our tour this past Thursday with a Cuban cigar at the ready. I thought it was so stylish. And the hat too. Hat on. This is really a stunning car. A worthy winner in its class here at the Concours.
So this is a winner in its class, and also some other cars you've had?
Yes, exactly. I've had a Sofra 250, winner in its class. 500,000, winner in the pre-war class.
So you agree with the jury a little bit?
Yes, the jury. Yes, exactly. Who agrees with whom? That is the big question. No, but the jury has been smart.
It looks a bit patinated. It doesn't look like it's cracked and nice. I like this layer on this car. Yes.
Sure.
Honestly, isn't it just lovely?
You'll find that this particular car isn't over-restored either, which is quite refreshing.
Exactly.
It's just that if you have a car from the 1950s, then you also want that it should look like a car from the 1950s. There are 2 schools of thought when it comes to that. Americans often think that things should be better than when they were brand new from the factory. I can really appreciate a bit more original condition patination and things like that.
I think they become interesting to look at. More of the history remains if you can see that it has been around a little bit.
Yes, it's a car that has been used and that has...
Should we take it that way? I'm not sure.
The cars you have hands off.
I love these tires too. The big, massive structure.
Nice.
Center caps and quite narrow. Are those drum brakes even? Yes.
It is so beautiful. The best kind, right?
Absolutely. That's how you want it. It is
beautiful.
It is
beautiful and sporty. That's what BMW stands for, isn't it? Sportiness too.
Yes, for sure, definitely. It is a
make correct car design really starts with having good balanced proportions.
Yes, they have an elegance. It's not just sporty, aggressive sport, but it's also laid back. Enjoying it in a sporty way, a bit like a... Yes.
Indeed. Just imagine putting the top down on this, lighting a cigar, puffing on it, and driving off. No, wonderful.
Good, very nice. Do we have the last picture left here? Last one? Hey, what about this then? We are actually at Koenigseggs' home track, you could say.
Yes, exactly. We are only 20 minutes from nowhere. The factory and the test track are there, and so on. Koenigsegg is, of course, our hypercar park here at Aurora. How
many Koenigseggs are here today? Do you
think?
Are we talking about 25 or maybe 30?
No, not quite that many. It could be around 20.
I think so.
It was absolutely incredible. I was inside the VIP area and saw that there's an American car standing there. I was out on the show field and saw that there's an American car standing there. Just here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So I mean, it's, I think that...
It's 25. I believe it actually originates from Sweden. So I'm curious, do people typically ship them all the way over here by plane? Or how exactly does that whole process work for you?
This car behind me comes from the USA, for example. That brown car over there comes from Dubai. Then there are actually a few Swedish-owned Koenigseggs nowadays, but they are still vanishingly few. Sweden is a small country, and these are expensive cars, as you know. But what we have in front of us here is a CC80S from 2002. What is so remarkable about this car? Well, it's the fact that it's the first production Koenigsegg ever. And the brown car behind is the first prototype
From
back in the year 1996.
he was 20 years old when he had a small garage and was tinkering on this car. Built it over 2 years, he said. And it was an Audi, right?
Yes, exactly. There is an Audi V8 under the hood of this one. Under the CC8S here, we have a supercharged engine, the V8 engine with over 650 HP. It's an incredible car. And just imagine that this is the first production car. What a start.
What a start.
It is a proper start.
Yes. And you recognize the DNA. The design is still here. He's done a bit like the Porsche 911, you could say. A shape, and then you continue to build upon it.
But Koenigsegg has been very successful when it comes to their design language. Every Koenigsegg that has been built is obviously a Koenigsegg.
Yes, with this curved windshield and these domes in the back. There are so many design clues, and the instrumentation.
Really, this particular car comes from a Danish collection, and
this specific method is actually used quite frequently.
it gets driven, and since it's a Koenigsegg, you can also take off the roof and drive it open top. Yes.
That's cool.
Honestly, on a warm summer day like this.
It's cool.
And feel free to take a look at the interior as well. Fine craftsmanship.
Fine craftsmanship, yes.
The early Koenigsegg cars had the buttons arranged in this way for a while, which reminds you of an old telephone. Telephone, yes. The way it spins. Yes. Pretty slick.
Very slick.
What a car. So fantastic.
It really is such a remarkably clean and minimalist design in a way, which is quite impressive. It is so clean, and yet the proportions are exactly as you would imagine. Do you know where his emblem comes from?
It's the family crest. The von Koenigsegg family crest.
Of course, that sounds really nice. Actually, yeah, that's nice. I think I definitely have that tucked away in the back of my mind somewhere.
That was a leading question.
It's slick, really slick. Can we say anything more about this fantastic car? No, we don't need to. Well, you could say an infinite amount, but we are finished. A big thank you for these 5 fantastic cars. It's absolutely wonderful. Compared to pretty much anything else you see as well.
Thank you too.
Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
Do you agree with Andreas about his choices, or is there another car you think should have won? Maybe modern cars, some might think. Who knows? That
is what one might think. To each their own.
That's how it is. Take care. Goodbye.